The Royal National Lifeboat Institution save an average of 23 lives a day. Right here in the heart of London on the River Thames, the Tower Lifeboat Station invited me to join them for the day. How could I refuse?
The Royal National Lifeboat Institution is a charity. There is no government funding for it at all, which provides a search and rescue service out to 100 miles off the coastline of the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. There are 235 lifeboat stations in all, 4,500 crew, but the majority of these are volunteers. There is a very small number of full-time crew like myself, and they're ready 24/7, ready to go when their pagers go to drop whatever they're doing, rush to their lifeboat station and go out in the very worst weather that the sea can throw at us in order to save life. The crew is 4 people, although we can run with 3. We prefer to have 4, and there's always at least one full-time member of staff on the boat who's commanding it, and the rest will either be other full-time crew or volunteers. We very much value our volunteer crew. They're the whole ethos, the whole point of the RNLI. It's founded on the volunteer spirit and the willingness of people in the UK to give up their time to help others, which is quite extraordinary.
There's no such thing as a typical day on the Thames, but today, for example, cleaning the boat, cleaning the station, keeping it spick and span, maintenance, checking the boat and everything. In the middle of doing that, we got a shout. There was someone threatening or considering jumping into the river. Nice sunny day, but the police managed to get there before he actually did, so that was fine. We had a few visitors as well. We've got a fuel delivery. It's a busy station. There's always something going on. My first life saved, it was 3 in the morning on a January morning, on a Sunday morning. We were on station. The bell went to reports actually of a body floating in the river. Someone had called in. We got the searchlights out, and when we saw that there's something, and then this body started shouting, "Help me, help me!" So we hauled him in. He was freezing cold, couldn't, he'd been in the water for about 6 minutes. Maybe a bit longer, but couldn't move at all because he was so cold. We hauled him in and warmed him up, and he's only alive today because we were there 24 hours a day on the station, 3 in the morning on a Sunday. No one else is going to get him out, but that's what we're here for.
Here we have is quite a unique one. It's a floating station. As you can see, we have 2 boats. The duty boat is ready to go. From the bells going off to us actually being afloat, it's 90 seconds, and that's day or night. So we're normally kitted up, ready to go at any stage. We have a spare boat down there. If anything was to happen to this one through a routine maintenance or a mechanical fault or some damage that we occur during a service call, then we could swap over to that boat within 10 minutes. It should be fully kitted and the station will be ready to go again. One of the greatest things I think about working for the RNLI is that you never know what you're going to be going off to next. It could be a person in the water, it could be a fire, it could be a medical job, it could just be helping somebody that's lost or disorientated in the water.
What I love about being a volunteer with the RNLI on the Thames is it's a very worthwhile and rewarding thing to do, but it's also very exciting. And I think that probably stands for everyone who volunteers and works for the RNLI. We're here to save lives at sea and on the Thames and prevent loss of life. And that's what we've been doing for 124 years. And it's wonderful to be part of such a tradition.